What I have here is the most f***ed up computer I have ever had in my shop. And it's mine. That's right, I am airing my skeletons. I'm fanning my balls. This is my personal PC. Yes, my personal computer. Have you ever heard that saying? A carpenter's children always go barefoot. A baker's kids go hungry. Lupe's wife
Left you.
left you.
You know, meaning you.
Is your ex-wife. Now I brought this here today. I am opening up my closet and showing my skeletons because I borrowed these cables to build my CyberPower PC that you saw last week. And when I was putting back the cables, I got a peek-see of my 4090 and what the intake looked like. You wanna see what it looks like? Get a load of this. So what I'm gonna do today is I'm gonna clean my computer and go through every single corner that I cut. And boy, did I cut a lot of corners over the past few years. This computer has been used as a tool. Just like you, this is a tool. I don't use it to entertain myself, to play games or anything. I built it for a gaming PC, but my career took a different turn. And now I just entertain you all with my suffering. And boy, has this thing been suffering. So these are the specs. Lupe, get out of there. Hey, get right out of there. Don't you do that again.
Was it me?
So the first thing I want to show you, there's a method to my madness here, okay? It's a terrible sloppy method, but there's a method to it. This is a Thermaltake case. I don't even know what kind of case it is. I got this donated to us about like 6 years ago or 7 years ago. I can't even remember, but it was the old shop PC case. And I just stole it and put in all my stuff in 2020, I think is when I built all this. The best time to build something, if you guys remember. I want to show you my favorite. Look at this.
Jesus Christ.
This is a PVC pipe that's been double-sided taped. Well, apparently the tape didn't hold up too well. I lied, this is not double-sided tape, the fan is. So this is the intake fan for my CPU, right? So the cold air goes right into the CPU, which is a Thermalright Peerless Assassin, goes right in, out, Jesus. I actually forgot I did this. Come yonder.
Bruh.
I don't know what the purpose of this screw is, because it's not doing what it should be doing. I couldn't find screws long enough to mount these fans for the exhaust, so apparently I used desktop case screws. Actually, this is a mount for an AIO. That's a mount for a heatsink.
Got my approval.
Yeah, thank you, Lupe. Somebody's loyal to me. Somebody is.
I mean, when you're in a pinch,
at least one person.
you're burnt out from work, especially during the pandemic. That was a rough time.
And that's the thing that I want people to understand. And that's why I'm shamelessly showing you my personal computer. Because I was so burnt out after working on other people's stuff all day for like friggin' 13, 14 hours a day. The last thing I want to do when I come home is do anything with my computer. I didn't want to touch this thing. Dude, I wanted to sit on the couch and get blackout drunk and eat food and make love to your mother. And when I closed down the shop, I started making content. 24/7, I was making content. And this was used to make content. I didn't have time to do any upgrades or even clean this thing. You would think the amount of dust in this computer would mean I'm a filthy animal. But in reality, I live in a house that was built in the 1700s. And that house is very dusty.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
You know, I have the ashes of residents past just floating around in the air. The carpet is ingrained. There's probably, you know, your grandmother's ashes in my carpet. Well, now they're in my 4090. So I'm not ashamed of it. Even though I am ashamed, I'm not really ashamed because this thing is a tool to me. Outfit change. And what's the best way to watch content while inebriated on your couch or your beautiful office chair? The RayNeo Air 3S Pro AR glasses. Just imagine watching Formula 1 on a 201-inch screen that's beamed directly into your eyeballs, while hearing every thrust of the turbo without alerting your wife that's sitting 3 feet away. Well, with these puppies, you don't have to imagine. These are basically a portable monitor with speakers that sit directly on your face. They don't have a battery, and you don't need an app or an account to use them. You just plug it into your USB-C device, and whether you're inside a dark room or outside in the sun, your beautiful peepers are immediately blessed with an insanely crisp 1080p micro OLED display that uses RayNeo's HueView 2.0 and Opticare tech to deliver 1200 nits of brightness without burning your retinas. The image is so clear, you can't see a single pixel, even when trying to read text. And with a contrast ratio of 200,000 to 1, colors pop more than Lupe's knees. And though having my nose crushed for the sake of pleasure is one of my favorite hobbies, since these only weigh 76 grams, you don't have to worry about getting uncomfortable during long Pokemon sessions. The audio is just as impressive, because these babies have 4 speakers with surround sound and RayNeo's own spatial audio that adds a new level of immersion by making it sound like the voices in your ears are actually coming from the room around you. All this for less than $300, which is ridiculously cheap for what basically amounts to a portable theater system that can also be used for productivity and gaming. So if you want to free up your hands without freeing up your wallet, check out the RayNeo Air 3S Pros by clicking the link in the description and the pinned comment. Have you ever seen a mechanic's car?
No.
It's terrible. It is held together with zip ties and, JB weld. It's a disgusting mess. Because the last thing a mechanic wants to do is work on his own car. He does it for a living, dude. It drains the passion out of you. But I'm here today because I want to clean this PC out. Because I'm thinking about adopting the streaming PC that we just built. Where is that computer? Whatever, doesn't matter. So I liked this case and I stole it from the shop because it has a SATA docking station at the top, even though it doesn't work anymore because one of the wires came out. I don't know, I tried to fix it, it didn't work. So I had a bunch of SATA SSDs in here. I do have a 12 terabyte HDD in there. Yeah.
You neglected this thing.
Yes, you're telling me. Now wait till you hear. I overclock my CPU and I undervolt it. So I have a 5800X and it is overclocked and undervolted to keep the temps in check. Ironically, I don't have temperature problems on anything. The GPU runs at like 39 degrees Celsius or something like that. It goes around like 50 when it's under full load with all that dust in there. So,
Wow, that's impressive.
That's impressive. But you know what's funny? I don't even want to touch this without gloves. So you wonder why there is a wireless mouse box just stuck in my computer.
Looks so bad.
There's a reason. There's a reason. That was actually a decent wireless mouse. But this is a 16 terabyte U2 to NVMe adapter or whatever. So I lost the adapter to this thing. I lost the mount, and this is what I've been using since. But it sags. So to get it to stop sagging, yeah, it's an anti-sag bracket. I know, it's insane. You guys are watching this like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
But this is what you do out of desperation and burnout. This is what happens. It'll happen to you one day. This is what success looks like. I hope you're successful. So let's take this out for now. Maybe we can find a proper way to mount that. Doubt it. The 4090 is my pride and joy, and I treat it as such. I love this thing. This is the reason I've been able to make so many good videos. I don't have it mounted properly. Actually, Jesus. Oh, man, I don't even have it screwed in properly.
Wow.
I don't even want to take this thing out of the case because it's difficult to get back in. Yeah. Well, no, it was difficult. Hold on, I'm lying. It was difficult to get back in. It's not difficult anymore because I hammered out the case right here. The majority of the dust looks like it's only on the heatsink and the power supply right there. I do keep my computer on the carpet because I'm a piece of shit. Now the question is, how do I get to the clip down there so I can actually... Oh God. The dust is probably keeping it locked into place. You know what? It looks like the PCI thing's broken. It looks like this should just come out. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
It's like playing Tetris. People in the comments are gonna go crazy.
Oh yeah. I can't. Oh man, you're 49. All right. There it is. Oh my God.
Shame.
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 And these are my two NVMe's here. 4 terabyte and a 2 terabyte, I think. But wow, this is embarrassing. What is this? Oh, a USB-C card that's also not mounted into anything. A bunch of SATA cords that I don't even use anymore. I only need one, so I should probably remove those. But let's continue. My 12 terabyte Seagate Iron Wolf HDD. We'll put that over here. I'm gonna have no lung capacity left by the end of this video. Next up is our Thermalright fans.
Hopefully that thermal is right.
It is. You know what's weird? It didn't look like the CPU was too bad. Yeah. Second fan, we're gonna take out of here. Now, I like the air coolers instead of AIOs because I've had 2 AIOs. They were both MSI mag cores way back in the day, and if you heard of MSI mag core, you probably heard of it because you had one fail. and I had one fail as well. I had 2 fail, actually, and I stopped buying all MSI products. After that, they did recall that eventually. It just took like a year too late, because I already bought 2 and 2 failed. Sediment built up inside the tubes, or the radiator, or the pump, or whatever it was, and it just stopped flowing. So no more AIOs for me. I'm air-cooled all day, because I prefer reliability over performance. I wouldn't say these are too bad, would you, Lupe?
No, we've seen worse.
These are too bad. Especially, dude, I have not cleaned this. I want to reiterate this. The CPU I haven't cleaned since 2022 or 23. That's when I switched over to the thermal, right? I think. 4090 I haven't cleaned since we got it in 2023.
That's when we got it?
Yeah, 2023. Not bad, in my opinion, not bad, especially for being on the friggin' floor, on the carpet, in a house that is ancient, with a carpet that's probably original. It's probably like, what animals did they have back in the day?
Yeah, badgers.
It's probably badger skin carpet. That sounds expensive. I should sell this dust. If this is badger dust,
The angel dust.
I'll cut you in on half, Lupe.
The blue dust.
Angel dust. Why does gold dust come up in every single... So I'm not going to actually repaste the computer either, because, again, my temps are completely normal. I believe I have PTM 7950 when I swapped over to the thermal right, so I'm just going to leave it there. My USB-C card, which I don't even use anymore. It doesn't work very well. That's pretty much it, man. It's pretty basic PC. I don't have anything fancy. No RGB, obviously. Yeah. Now, I might be embellishing a little bit, but the point I'm trying to make here is that in a world of content creators that only show you the newest, most amazing, visually just beautiful builds, you can get away with bullshit like this. Don't think you're some sort of imposter because your computer that you're making content on or you're gaming on doesn't look like the top of the line RGB $6,000 computer that's being pushed to you on every single YouTube channel. You can be a piece of shit like me and just use things to work. This thing works. This built my career. This and an iPhone 13 mini, and now an iPhone 16 Pro. Built everything that I have. This whole place is from this garbage build.
Now, I'm gonna break character for a second and be real with you. For my entire life, building a PC meant compromise. It meant hunting for used parts, scouring eBay for deals, and calculating exactly where I could cut corners just to make the budget work. That scarcity mindset becomes a part of you. But this build was different. This was the first time in my life I didn't check the bank account before buying the part I actually wanted. So it wasn't just a computer. It was the first time I've allowed myself to realize I don't have to scrape by anymore. I built it to be the best at the time, with the intent to use it for 4K gaming. The PC itself cost me around $3,000, and I even spent $900 on this 4K beauty to spoil my eyeballs. I built this with pride, and it only started to look like this after my AIO failed the second time, thanks to MSI. Because at that point, I reached peak burnout and simply didn't give a shit what it looked like, as long as it just worked. I initially built it with a 3080, but infamously upgraded to a 4090, which drew criticism from sweaty neckbeards that couldn't fathom pairing such a beast with pathetic DDR4 RAM, which is hilarious considering these are my current benchmarks. Now, I'm not encouraging you to cut corners or develop bad habits like I did. I just want you to know your computer doesn't have to look like what you see on social media in order for them to accomplish what you need it to. But if you're building it for someone else, you better make sure that shit's perfect.
So I just want to kind of reiterate that on a serious note before I go back into memeing on myself and shaming myself.
Shame!
But enough yapping. It's time to actually clean this stuff out. So 4090 first, or 12 terabyte HDD. That doesn't need cleaning. This doesn't need cleaning. These fans need cleaning. I am going to leave these so that that doesn't happen to him when I'm over there. And of course, the big boy himself. This isn't even connected. It's not even on properly. Oh, the PVC pipe. Can't forget that. The wireless mouse box. That's dusty too. Now we need a toothbrush. We're gonna start off with the glorious 4090. Oh boy. Populate the neighborhood with our 4090 gooch. This is superior gooch. Gorgeous. Now the real question is, how the hell am I gonna get there? I don't think I care about how I get there, to be honest. Now I have gooch balls floating around in this thing. Oh my. Oh, the humanity. This isn't working out. Oh, there it is. There it is. Get free. Go to your home. There it is. There's gonna be a gooch dune outside if we keep this up. Wowzers. So that's one side. Now for the other side, I don't know if a toothbrush will help. I'm gonna blow it with the blower. Fuck, dude, this thing's so heavy. Next up is our hard drive. We're just gonna give that a little wipesy-dipesy. The fans are gonna be a little more tricky, but nothing we can't handle. There we go. Woo-wee! That's some rough one here. Easy one PVC pipe. Again, my temperatures aren't as bad as you would think they are. They're completely fine. And again, it's because this is ball dust and not like clog dust. One filter down. Most importantly, my wireless mouse box. Milk backwards. All right. Yeah. Heatsink is next. Heatsink, we're gonna take our toothbrush. So the heatsink's gonna be a little more difficult, but because we have this beautiful exhaust fan in the window, all that dust is gonna go outside into the fan versus going back into the computer itself. Now, this fan is the only exhaust fan that I actually have on. This is disconnected, which is why it's not as dusty, because I don't need it. Back when I had the case on, I needed it, but since I just use it with the side panel off, I don't need it anymore. The computer, the temps are fine.
Wow, looks better than new.
Definitely looks better. Our clean job is all done. The Gooch Collector couldn't make it. He's having some issues. Man's going through it. We can all relate right now. So while I have it apart, I am gonna do some cable cleaning up because again, there are a lot of SATA cables that I'm not using anymore.
Weight reduction.
So this is the only one I'm using, the blue one right here, I think. Yeah, that's the only one I'm using. So every single other one is gonna get disconnected. So let's see, we have 1, we have 2, we have 3. 3 cords that I'm not even using. I used to have a lot of HDDs. I don't have any anymore. Ever since I got the Ugreen NAS. I'm not getting paid to say that. Seriously, ever since I got the Ugreen NAS, I was able to eliminate a bunch of HDDs. So now I back up all my stuff to the 16 terabyte SSD, to the 12 terabyte HDD, and to my NAS, and to Google Drive. Back up to multiple areas, multiple spots, as many as you can.
Speaking about drive, you can drive and listen to my mix.
Drive into Lupe's house mix. Lupe G1. Support him. What the heck? Oh, this is the front panel, dude. That's for this. But I don't need this anymore, so get out of my life. Crunch that in there. That's wire management. You guys can't see any of that, but this is how we manage wires here at Salem Techsperts. Okay, now we're gonna install these correctly, unlike last time. Now, you guys may have noticed I have DDR4 RAM paired with a 4090 because I didn't feel like upgrading my CPU or my motherboard to take advantage of DDR5, so I just left it the way it was. And I don't care because you don't need the latest and greatest to do things. I run every game I want on 4K Ultra and it looks great. Amazing.
That's what the people need to understand. You don't need the latest and best thing to play.
But you know what it is, Lupe?
No.
Companies need you to buy the latest and greatest thing. And we make money from companies getting people to buy the latest and greatest thing.
Well, everyone's hurting right now.
My thermal right looking right. All right, cool. Heatsink is installed. And now I'm gonna install this Micron NVMe SSD. I gotta figure out how to do this properly. I don't have a friggin' mount for this thing, so do we have any cards that we can rob the bracket from, I wonder?
Cars.
Cards. I'm a genius. I don't use this USB-C card anymore. Not really. So I use that SSD every single day. So I'm just gonna rob the bracket from the USB-C card and put it on the SSD. I'll still put the USB-C card in there, but if I need to use it, I'll just make sure not to like shove it in all the way or something. God damn it. So that didn't work out. That's okay, because I have a mount of my own. We're gonna upgrade. No more Klim. We're gonna do made in China Zahara DC power jack cable. That's what we're gonna do. Watch this, look at this. Because we can't find any brackets. Huh, you ready?
Ooh la la.
The greatest technician that's ever lived.
That's what you call upgrades, baby. Next up is the 4090. What the heck happened there? Is that thermal paste?
That's a huge.
Why is it thermal paste on my 4090? Okay, here we go. Oh, not this again. Okay, how do we do this? We're gonna undo all the progress. Oh god. Not the thermal take. Almost there. Look at that. This thing is so heavy.
You got it real heavy.
Woo! That wasn't scary at all. All right, now it goes in this thing. Now, don't worry, because there's definitely no airflow issues here. Definitely none. Nope, no airflow issues whatsoever. How this thing has not overheated, I have no idea. Watch, though. I'm going to show you the GPU temps. This thing doesn't overheat. I have no idea how. Next up is the power supply. Oh, there it is. Oh, come on, man. There we go. There it is. 12 terabyte. HDD's nuts. Oh, wait, it's backwards. Oh,
The greatest technician that's ever lived.
there it is. 12
Stable
terabyte
table.
HDD. Stable table. And of course, this monstrosity in modern computing, also known as a NVIDIA cable. Absolute.
Hey, my computer caught fire because
Well-
I used one.
Listen. Yeah, a lot of people use just one. They daisy chain it, but not me. I used 3 independent ones. I'm actually going to secure the 4090 this time. I'm not sure why it wasn't secured last time. PVC pipe is going back in because I want to intake cold air into my CPU. So it comes right through here, over there, and there we are. That's my computer. And weight reduction, look at that. We don't need these anymore. Okay, let's try it out. And now usually I have this open like this, so the cold air can go right in through here and come out right into the CPU, out the back. But really I don't need that. I do have a very aggressive fan curve when the computer gets over, I think, 70 or 80 degrees Celsius. When the CPU gets over 70 or 80 degrees, the fans kick on to this, which only happens during boot up when it's initially stressing itself. And this is my computer. It's not very impressive. Nothing. So my idle temps, HW info is not available right now.
Wow. Maybe the hard drive's not plugged in.
We'll be right back. Let's try that again. So this is my computer. This is it on. Now I have a very, very silent CPU fan setup. As you can see, it only kicks in. It's only at like 10% or 5%. It only kicks in once it gets to like 70 Celsius, 68 degrees Celsius, and then 84 Celsius, it kicks on to 100% and it gets really loud. This really only I hear it when I'm rendering. That's it. Because I need it quiet for the most part, right? Now, these are my overclock settings. I don't even remember. This is in 2021, I think, when I built this. These are the settings I went with. It took me forever to find a stable setting. I don't remember half of this stuff, dude, to be honest with you. I've done so much stuff ever since I did this, so you guys can, I don't even remember what mode I have. I think I had a certain profile. It might have been that. I don't remember, dude. Needless to say, this computer didn't overheat before, and it's clearly not overheating now. And I'm looking forward to getting a new computer, but with the prices of everything right now, I just don't want to buy it, and I don't have time to build one. The new computer over there has 4 NVMe slots. It has the Intel 13th gen CPU, which is nice, and I'm going to replace this 4090. I'm going to put it over there in a new PC. So that's going to be my new computer, at least for now. Maybe I'll upgrade in the future, depending on what my finances are like, but right now my finances are not good. So the computer's the last thing I need to worry about. Again, it's a tool. And that's it, boys and girls and everyone else. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope at least my nonsense was able to convince you not to give a shit what your computer looks like if all you care about is performance, because that's what it is.
Function over form, baby.
Function over form. I know a lot of you don't like that, but that's how I roll, and it's okay to roll like that. Don't be convinced that you need the latest and greatest. Thank you for watching. All right, kids, hop on board. The dust train. The gooch train.
Come on, ride the train.
Have it. This is the gooch trolley. It's the gooch trolley. Gooch, gooch. Chicka, 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 chicka. Come on, the gooch trolley. Choo choo. Right?
Yes.
Come on, it's the gooch trolley. One filter down.
Uno down to the window and the river.
I was playing charades right there. Drive into Lupe's house mix. Lupe G1. Support him.
Support me so I can support you.
Yes, and your wife.
Hey, my house melted.
My house melted. It didn't burn down, it melted. Oh, the house is made of styrofoam. I probably built it.